Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Colorful Story Mind. So I hope you are loving my international stories, and today I have come up with a very interesting story from West Africa. Yes, Africa. Africa always have so many tales and their culture. Stories, craft works are so rich and interesting. It has a lot of story to speak. And today I have come up with a folk tale from West Africa. So Africa is still developing, and the different organizations, especially like UNESCO, UNICEF, really working hard to make people prosperous, healthier, making them aware of their rights, as well as health. And there's so many things that still they're working for. So before moving to the story, as I come up with that short knowledge about different countries, so here is something about Africa. Africa is the world's second largest and second most populous continent after Asia. The continent is bound on the west by the Atlantic Ocean, on the north by the Mediterranean Sea, on the east by the Red Sea and the Indian Ocean, followed by in the south by the mingling waters of the Atlantic and Indian Ocean. Uh, Africa has a different a variety of tribes, and a land that we are going to talk about is known as Ashanti land. Okay, Ashanti land and people of Ashanti. Here, there is a famous folk tale about Anansi, and Anansi was an eight-legged spider. Yes, a spider. So I'll tell you a story about the West African folk tale, and generally any folk tale that I tell has their own belief why they have these stories. It always have some morals, some good things about life, so that people can live happily. That is, the folk tale shows different attributes of human that balance his or her life: joy, sorrows, critical thinking, and logics. What are the situations that's going to happen, then what are you going to do, when you have to think, what you have to think, and how you have to execute your brain and ideas to either save yourself or make yourself and others prosperous and happy. This is something we human can live a good life, and every country throughout the universe has always something good to tell you through their folk tales. Before starting, I'll say that folk tales are generally stories that has been orally said, and when it comes about any nation, people, they may have different versions of stories, different name, different ideas. So I will never confirm about the reliability of the story, but yes, I have tried, I have researched through, and the message that comes out by these folk tales said in any land, they have great and lovely message. That's why I want to share these stories and messages with you. So here, let's begin with the magical West African folktale from Ashanti land about Anansi the spider. So what happened? Anansi the spider had 6 sons. How many? 6 sons. And they had magical powers, magical strength. Every human has a magical power in themselves. You need to believe in that and you will be successful. So let's see what magical powers these 6 sons of Anansi had. So the first son was like, you can see this thinking process. So he was able to know if any trouble is coming or anyone is in trouble, and he used to inform to people others, and they would come and help that person who is in trouble. So he could see troubles beforehand only coming, the troubles coming. So he was like trouble seer. I don't know it's a perfect word, but it's like a trouble seer. And a second son was, now there are places there that you can't go travel. There is no way, path or road. So the second son was a path builder. Yes, the road builder, and he could build the road where there were no roads and lead you to the perfect point where the person may be in trouble. The third one was, can you see something blue? And blue is symbol of water. So he was a river drinker, and he could drink the whole river and save anyone in trouble or any purpose that he need to solve by drinking the whole river thing. The big river he could drink. Isn't it interesting? Something new. Now, the fourth son was game skinner. Now, what is game skinner? Someone who can slice off the flesh or anything under which someone is in trouble. So he would cut out those portion and bring out that person who is hidden inside or is in trouble, if he's hidden inside something and not able to come out. So it's an instrument also, and it is called as game skinner. Next was a stone thrower. Stone thrower, yes. He could throw stones and save people from trouble. And the sixth son, his name is very interesting and cute. Cushy. And what is cushy? He was like cushion, soft like cushion. And anyone who may be falling up high from height, he or she may get hurt or die. He had such a cushion body that if anyone falls on him, they would land easy and smooth on the rocky land also. So Anansi, who generally got into trouble, had 6 sons who really loved him and always was there for his father and anyone who was in trouble. So the story begins, What happened? One day, Anansi went out in the far land. And generally in Africa, vegetation, trees and forest are so lush green and deep dark, with river bodies, deep rivers, mysteries and all. So Anansi went for some work far from his house, and in the deep forest he got lost. Once he got lost, he could not find his path, and there were deep rivers he could not see, and he fell inside those deep rivers. Now what the rivers have? All the water, animals, snakes, big fish, crabs, all the big, fierce and frightening as well as beautiful river, that is water animals. Now what happened? There came a fish, a big fish, and when it saw Anansi, it gulped in its mouth. It's so tasty. Now what? Anansi was into that fish's stomach. What will happen now? Will Anansi die? No. So here comes his 6 sons. And who was the son who could find and was able to know about the trouble? The first son. So the first son, the trouble seer, he quickly got to know that his father is in trouble, and he quickly went to all the other brothers and informed that I can feel that father is in trouble. Let's go and save him. So who came the next? They had no road to go. Where? How will they exactly go and reach the place where the father is? So here came the road builder. He built the road and said to his brother, "Come, brothers, follow me." And he built the road till the river. When they reached to the river, they said, "Where is father? We can't see. We can't find father." And then came the river drinker. He drank the whole water of the river, and the river dried. Once the river dried, they could see that fish, and it died, because fish can't live without water. Now what? Father was inside that tummy of the fish. So here came the game skinner. He skinned off the fish's flesh, and through the skeleton of the fish climbed up their father, Anansi. He was so happy that his sons have come to save him, and sons were also happy to see his father safe and sound. Now while returning, still the forest was deep and dark, and still troubles were not over. There came a big dangerous falcon, and again Anansi was in trouble. It took Anansi up high in the sky. Now what? Who will save him? And there comes his other son, the stone thrower. Yes, he took different stones and threw on this falcon who was carrying away his father up in the sky. When he threw the stone, it left Anansi the spider, and it started coming down. Shoo! Now what? The ground was so stony, and he could have died. So here came his sixth son, Kushi. Kushi was cushion, so soft like cushion. When he was falling, it fell on this Kushi and landed smoothly on that stony earth. They were all happy. Our father is now okay, and they safely reached their home. Yes. So do you think this is the end of the story? There can be something more? Yes. The second part is more interesting. Listen carefully. It is something about our beautiful ball, silver ball that we see in the sky, and let's hear how that reached in that sky. So what happened? Now Anansi was really happy, and he was roaming around his home. There was all lush green trees and grasses, and between these grasses he saw a beautiful, mesmerizing, silver, shiny, bright ball, a big ball. And he was so inquisitive, he went there and thought, what is this? It is so beautiful and mesmerizing. I am going to give this beautiful ball to one of my sons who saved me. But again he was confused, like all of his sons were so good and loved him. So he thought where and to whom he needs to give. So he called God of all things. And you know what is his name? His name is Niame. Yes, a god from Africa. God Niame, the god of all things. He said, God Niyame, you know, I'm not able to make out, like, I'm not able to understand which son to whom to give this beautiful silver ball. So he said, Anansi said, God of all things, please for some time hold this beautiful silver ball with you. Once I decide whom should I give this silver ball, you can gift this to one of my sons. So he said, okay. Now everyone, Miami, Anansi, they all came and sons. So they had decision thinking. But they were not able to decide whom to give. You know why? Because all the six sons were so good, so helpful, so kind-hearted that Anansi and not even Naomi could decide whom to give this beautiful silver gift. So you know what did Anansi do? Sorry, what did Naomi, the god of all things, do? He took this beautiful big silver ball up high in the sky. See the stairs. So he took it up high in the sky and placed it there for everyone to see. Up in the sky, this beautiful silver ball. And you can find this beautiful silver ball today also shining up high in that sky, or maybe behind the clouds, who knows. But keep searching for it, because this beautiful silvery moon is there as a gift for everyone. Do search it. Uh, so this was a beautiful story from West Africa. It was really interesting. It has great morals. The attributes every person needs to have, qualities that you have, just don't be overpowered by them, because everyone can share those qualities with everyone, help and make yourself and others happy and joyful. So Anansi, the six sons, a new name, Niame, god of all things, and finally the beautiful moon and how it reached up high in the sky. So every folk tale may have a story about moon. This was a story how this moon was there in the sky and it's still shining so beautiful and bright. So keep learning from whatever I bring to you, for kids, for parents. You are learning so many new things, and as I always say, think out of the box. And next part, this is part 1 of the story. Part 2 is a Christmas card. Yes, greeting card for any festival that you love to give to your dear and near and dear ones. So part 2, how to make this beautiful card like a silver ball, or it seems like a window from the space, or even you can see it like seeing something through into the sea. A window to the world, magical world. So learn in part 2 how to make this card with a beautiful message. So do love, like, subscribe and share my channel. Keep watching the stories. Next, I'll bring some Indian folk tales from different region. Our country is so rich with different states, language, ideas, cultural thought process, and obviously the messages through the folk tales. So till then, keep watching and see part 2 of this African folktale. Meet you next. Bye bye.